blood that gives me strength from day to day. It will never lose its power, for it reaches.
Hello, welcome back to Natural Music. We are going to start the song "The Blood Will Never Lose Its Power." So let's go ahead and just jump right on into it. We're going to do it in the key of G. It's a 3/4 time song. It's got a very soulful gospel sound to it. And let's just get started. So we're going to do the intro today, and it's going to kind of build upon some chords that take place in the chorus. It comes in on a C, even though we're in G, and so you just kind of know the chord structure of this. We're the blood that gives me strength from day to day. It will never lose its power. And all those chords will be explained in those other videos, and as well as this one. But we're going to come in on a C. So we're going to do this octave thing in the right hand. Octave G. You can see G to G. And then we're going to really hit it just kind of powerful. And you heard this in the demo. This octave C down here, and you can go way down here. Maybe getting off the screen here, and just hit it kind of hard where it's going. So we got to kind of hold rhythm throughout this whole thing, unless you're playing with a band, but we're going to act like we're not. And so we're going to hit bass line C, or you can do it right here, and then we're going to hit a couple measures here. So basically 3/4 time, we're going to hit a bass line C, and then we're going to hit a C chord a few times. So E, G, and C. So da, da, da. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, then up here in the right hand, we're going to go, and then we're going to hit a C chord. We're going to fill the notes in between there after we go 1, 2, 3. And so we're just going to fill in C and E with that octave G, which makes it a C chord, but it keeps that melody line of G there. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now on the 3, although you're kind of 2, 3 like that, we're going to do this octave lick over it. B flat, A, and G. So like that. So we got. Oh, and I didn't mention, you're gonna hit G again there after you go. Right on the end of that second. So 1, 2, and. All right, so we're gonna hit a G there. 2, and then on 3 we'll do the B flat, A, and G. So real slow. All right. Da, 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 da. So the right hand by itself is. All right. And then it's gonna go to a C sharp diminished 7. Don't be scared of this chord. It's very common. Those of you that do numbers, I call this the sharp 4 chord, and it's going to give it a neat sound here. So the left hand is going to go to the root note, and we're going to go, we were just at C, and you're going to see how this is just going to walk up, straight up half steps. It's going to make a nice chord progression. We're going to do a C sharp here, and we're going to do a C sharp diminished 7 here, and I'm going to voice it like this. I'm not going to put this, because I want it to, well, I want it to be in this area because we were just there like that. So it is G, A sharp, C sharp, and E. So, all right. And same thing up here. We've started the root note, down here. We've started the root note of that diminished chord. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna play it like this. C sharp, E, G, and A sharp. You can see how these are the same notes. I've just revoiced them up here. So you're gonna go. All right, so we got. Same thing on this, on the end of that second measure, 1, 2, and then on 3, we're gonna do that same riff. We're gonna do G, A sharp. I know I called it B flat earlier. It's easy for me to think in flats, but technically this is A sharp. because we're in G, and then A down to G again. So we got kind of repeats. See how we just did that again? So same thing, we're just doing it over the C sharp diminished. So real slow now. All right, now we're gonna really have to switch here. So we were on this C sharp diminished. Now we're going to a G with a D here. And you can see this on your chord charts. Pay attention to those on the intro if you just wanna know the chord structure of this. So we're gonna do a G up here with a D down here. So D octave, but we're gonna do an octave, continue the octave feel to it. When we hit a D octave down here, we're going to hit D octave here and fill in the notes of a G, which is a G and a B. So, and then we're going to be able to hit one D and then a G right here, which is D, G, and B. So da, da, da. And then there's not enough time because on the 3 of that measure we're not gonna hit another one. We're going to go, you can see how there's a D sharp diminished 7. So, but if you notice, we're going da, 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 da. Okay, so it's just walking up half steps and filling in the chords where we can. But we're right here, where this G over D, and then we hit this G right here, and then we're going to go D sharp diminished 7. So I'm gonna voice it in the right hand like this. I'm actually gonna go C, D sharp, F sharp, and A with the D sharp down here, and we're just gonna hit it once. All right, and then we're gonna play an E minor, and I'm gonna actually play an E minor 7. You don't have to do this, but I like it. Just keep a 4-finger chord nice and full here. So an E octave down here, and then a B, D, E, and G. All right, and then we're gonna come up here and hit an E minor in the left hand because we gotta fill in that. And so that E minor is E, G, and B. Okay, so nice and slow. I know that's a lot of chords and it seems like a lot of movement, but once you get to it, it's not gonna seem that bad. So here we go. All right, so there's where we're at. And then I'm gonna play kind of the shell of some chords here, and I'm gonna just do a little walk up. And we're going to an A minor there. The left hand is just gonna go A, we're gonna do this little walk, which that walk is C and A, then D and G, and then we're gonna go to an A minor, which is E and C, but we're gonna go ahead and fill that A in there to make it full. We're gonna go, it will never. All right, and the left hand is gonna do this walk when we get to that. After we've hit this E minor, we're gonna go A, and then just keep on walking roots up, an octave, B, C, D. And up here, we're gonna go the A minor, we're gonna go, and then we're gonna go a G here. When we hit the B down here, D, G, and B. All right, and then we're going to go A minor up here, but voiced like this, C, E, and A with the C down there. So A minor over C, and then we're gonna go G with the D down here when we hit that, and this G, we're gonna go B, D, and G. All right, so it's like, and then we're just gonna hit real lightly that G chord again. So that way our left hand doesn't have to go real, we can just keep it on that D, so we can go 1, 2, and then we're gonna go back and hit it solid again. We're gonna hit a D7, rootless D7 in the right hand, but we're gonna hold this D down here again. So it's A, C, and F sharp. And then we're gonna go back to an octave G down here, and then a G right here, which is B, D, and G. So it's never lose its power. And then when we hit power of that, of that G after that D7, we're gonna hit 1, then 1 soft. It just kind of fills in the rhythm. You don't want the rhythm to be as loud as your melody notes. You just want to go. And then, so it just kind of states the See how we're kind of hitting those in between ones soft? It's like the left hand's just filling that in nice and soft, and it's just kind of like a strumming guitar there. We're filling that up to where we don't have one. And it would work as long as it's on time if you did have one. So you just play it together. All right, and then it's going to end with this. So I'm gonna go a full G, D, G, and B, and you can just play the shell of that. That's the important part of this, but I'm gonna add the G in there for that first hit. We're gonna go, and then we're going to go up to a shell of an A minor and just play E and C. You can add the A if you want to, but I'm just gonna go, and then back down to the D and B, and then we're gonna do this little walk, half step down to C sharp and A sharp, half step down to C and A, and then half step down to a shell of a G chord, and you can add that D if you want to, but just B and G. So I would go ahead and add that D. It just kind of finishes out that chord. But down here, you've been on a G. You're gonna walk up. When you're walking down, you're gonna go. When you come back to that G after that little, we're going to hit I guess it's gonna be a G over a D, and then an E down here, which it's kind of like a diminished chord, and then an F sharp, and we hit the C and A, and then we're back to a G. So it goes. The blood. And that's it for that intro. Let me play it real slow, and that way you can kind of hear it, but be able to play it with that demo so you know it's up to speed. So here it is, really slow. Ooh, and right there I didn't go. Then you're into the song. That's it for the intro. We will see you at the next lesson when we go over the verses of the song, The Blood Will Never Lose Its Power. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next lesson.